Hi, my name is Ashley Loucks, and I will be sharing some of my thoughts on teaching science, drawing on a few research-based articles I have read. The first article I read was called Rethinking Science Education Practices, Shifting from Investigation-Centric to Comprehensive Inquiry-Based Instruction. Morris said the adoption of the next generation science standards have transformed K-12 science education, placing a renewed emphasis on scientific literacy and encouraging students to think and act like scientists. Effective inquiry involves more than just conducting experiments. It requires planning, interpreting data, constructing explanations, and engaging in scientific argumentation. The table here shows a continuum of inquiry methods, starting with the lowest level to a higher level of inquiry. Morris ultimately concludes that for inquiry-based instruction to be truly effective and equitable, it must be thoughtfully scaffolded, theory-informed, and practically supported. Morris argues that effective science education must move beyond isolated investigations toward a comprehensive inquiry-based approach grounded in cognitivism, constructivism, and sociocultural learning theories. This integration model fosters not only content knowledge but also essential skills such as critical thinking, problem solving, and communication. Cognitivism supports step-by-step instruction that helps students build a foundational understanding before progressing to more complex ideas. It also emphasizes the need for scaffolding to prevent cognitive overload and ensures that students can meaningfully connect experimental data to scientific concepts. For constructivism, it shifts the student's role from passive receiver to active learner. Students are encouraged to form hypotheses, conduct experiments, and draw conclusions, leading to deeper experience-connected learning. Then for sociocultural theory, it highlights the importance of collaborative learning through discussions, group projects, and peer feedback. These interactions enable students to confront and integrate diverse viewpoints, which enhances their scientific reasoning and understanding. That research led me to the question, what are some of the best instructional practices to support inquiry-based learning? Anita Archer created a list of 16 elements of explicit instruction. She said explicit instruction is characterized by a series of supports or scaffolds whereby students are guided through the learning process with clear statements about the purpose and rationale for learning the new skill, clear explanations and demonstrations of the instructional target, and supported practice with feedback until independent mastery has been achieved. These are the 16 elements that she provided. Number 1, focus instruction on critical content. That means teach skills, strategies, vocabulary terms, concepts, and rules that will empower and match the student's instructional needs. Number 2, sequence skills logically. That'd be something like teaching easier skills before teaching harder skills, building background knowledge before introducing a new skill. Number 3, break down complex skills and strategies into smaller instructional units. That means teach in small steps, segmenting complex skills into smaller instructional units of a large material. Design, organize, and focus lessons is number 4. Make sure lessons are organized and focused in order to make optimal use of instructional time. Number 5, begin lessons with clear statement of the lesson's goal and the expectations. Tell learners clearly what is to be learned and why it's important. Students achieve better if they understand the instructional goals and the outcomes that are expected. Number 6, review prior skills and knowledge before beginning instruction. You should provide a review of relevant information and make sure that students have the prerequisite skills and knowledge to learn the skill before being taught the new lesson. Number 7, provide step-by-step demonstrations. You should model the skill and clarify the decision-making processes needed to complete a task or procedure by thinking aloud for your students. Number 8, use clear and concise language. Use consistent, concise wording and terminology. Number 9 says, provide an adequate range of examples of non-examples. In order to establish the boundaries of when and when not to apply a skill, strategy, concept, or rule, you should provide a wide range of examples and non-examples of what you are teaching. Number 10, provide guided and supported practice. In order to promote initial success and build confidence, provide students with guidance. Then, when students demonstrate success, you can gradually decrease the level of guidance that you use in your lesson. Number 11, require frequent responses. Having the students respond frequently helps them focus on the lesson content. It keeps the students active and attentive in their learning, and it assists you for checking understanding. Number 12, monitor student performance closely. You should be closely monitoring their progress because that allows you to provide feedback to students about how well they are doing or to clear up any misconceptions. Number 13, provide immediate affirmative and corrective feedback. Immediate feedback to students about the accuracy of their responses helps ensure high rates of success, and it reduces the likelihood of practicing errors. Number 14, deliver the lesson at a brisk pace. Deliver instruction at an appropriate pace to optimize instructional time, the amount of content that can be presented, and on-task behavior. Number 15, help students organize knowledge. Well-organized and connected information makes it easier for students to retrieve information and facilitate its integration with the new material you're teaching. And then number 16, provide distributed and cumulative practice. Provide students with multiple practice attempts in order to address issues of retention as well as automaticity. The last area I wanted to look into for my research was the best ways to incorporate technology into science. Momani advocates for a balanced, intentional use of technology to enhance, not replace, human-centered, inquiry-based science instruction. The article cautions against over-reliance on digital tools, but there are definitely some great advantages to incorporating technology with science instruction. As digital tools become more advanced, they offer significant benefits, including increased student engagement and motivation, improved accessibility to learning materials, opportunities for individualized and collaborative learning, gamification, which adds interactivity and fun to the learning process. Technologies such as virtual simulations, online resources, and virtual inquiry-based learning allow students to explore scientific concepts more deeply and develop critical thinking skills. These are the articles that I referenced in my video. Thank you for listening to my thoughts on teaching science.